Hello everyone, this video contains the textual question part of a poem, An Elementary School Classroom in a Slum, of the book Flamingo. So let's start. So we start the question, what do you think is the color of sour cream? Why do you think the poet has used this expression to describe the classroom walls? The color of sour cream is pale and dull. The poet used this expression to describe the classroom's walls because the walls were not freshly painted. The walls of the classroom were dull and were not beautiful. So sour cream became dull in the color, that is not fresh. That's why the poet has given the comparison of sour cream just with the wall of the school, because mostly the school walls are painted in the cream color. The means the color of the cream can be in creamish color or off white color. Okay, so that's why the poet has used the sour cream, because the wall colors has become dull and pale. Next question, the walls of the classroom are decorated with the pictures of Shakespeare, buildings with domes, word maps, and beautiful valleys. How do these contrast with the word of these children? The various pictures on the wall are not similar to the word of these slum dwelling children because they have not got adequate facilities and education. They have always seen crime happening around them. That is why it is said in the poem that for these children Shakespeare is a wicked man. Not only this, their word is dirty slum area in which they live, which is continuously expanding. Hence, the word map, which never shows slums, and the beautiful valleys, which is never seen and is out of reach of such children, are in total contrast what they see as their word. So in the question it is asked, whatever the chart that was hanging on the wall of the classroom, they are totally opposite than the condition of the slum dwelling area. How dwelling, it's called residence. Okay, the slum residence children who are living in the poor area. So how this is opposite, because as far as Shakespeare is concerned, all the persons, whether it's Shakespeare or other person, they are not getting, children are not getting affection and love from any of the person. So all the other person are just like enemies or evil person. So Shakespeare is also an evil person for them. And as far as the word map is concerned, all the countries, all the water bodies, the industrial areas, the beautiful valleys chart of the Tyrolese valley, whatever is hanging on the classroom, on the wall of the classroom, that were also totally opposite, because they are not having this much of big cities, so that they can find the area that can be denoted on the word map. Means they are living in very small, very slum area that counted in a very dirty area. But this is also a fact that this slum area is expanding day by day, but even then it is not getting any place to be marked on the word map. Why? Because it come in a very inferior manner, very it is a type of blot, a spot on the word map. And as far as the Tyrolese valley is concerned, then Tyrolese valley is full of flowers, full of freshness, a lifeless environment, a life, the environment full of life is there. So this type of environment they are not going to find in the slum area. Whenever they just sweep out from the window of the class, they always see the dirty, the same slum area they have been gone through and they have been going through. They have to pass their all the future. So all the things whatever is depicting the classroom is hanging in the classroom, they all were in total contrast whatever the real life of the children is concerned. Another question, what does the poet want for the children of the slums? How can their lives be made to change? The poet wants the governor, inspector, and visitor to visit the school. He wants them to see the plight of these kids and do something for their betterment. These kids should be provided with best amenities in order to make their life better. He wants these kids to visit beautiful places which are granted by the nature with its beauty. This will instill a hunger in them to study in order to make their life better. So what is the positive step of the poet through this poem? So through this poem, a poet is making an appeal to the governor, to the inspector, and to different visitors who came to his school, that they do something for the betterment of these children, so that they also became able to make their future bright and shine. Okay, and let them provide the amenities. Amenities means facilities, the type of facilities that is very much required to make their life better, to make their life in a proper manner, a respectful life they can lead. So those facilities should be provided, and let them go in the lap of nature, let them see different things that is provided to human from the nature. All these beautiful things, when they come in the contact of these children, they themselves want to know more about those things, and so that they can expand their area of knowledge. Now some MCQs part are there in the textual exercises, so just do it yourself. Just go through the questions and find out the answer, tick out the answers, and some 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 5 questions are there, MCQs are there, and just go through the chapter yourself and find out the answers. So total 5 MCQs are included to find out the answer. After completion of these MCQs, the chapter of an elementary school classroom in a slum by Stephen Spander has been completed now. So that's it for now. We'll meet again.